Here we go, another edition of ThursDIAZ, and you guys are probably wondering, oh, look at Beto, he's nice and alive. So as we get everybody involved, thanks to everybody who supports, as always, hit with on ThursDIAZ. I know the Dodger game is going on right now. Lakers already won today. Football is being played, all kinds of good stuff. But first and foremost, what's that noise? Is that Razo? Oh, there it is.
It's Razo's neighborhood.
Razo's neighborhood. We have a special guest, and that is Javier Razo. His coach Joel Diaz involved. Roberto is actually on fire watch, where the neighborhood that Roberto lives on. They're not in fire danger, but the fire and the brushes are around there. So he told them just get going. We are here. Razo, what are you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready. What's up?
What's that noise in the background with you?
That's the perros. I'm sorry. Perros are out. Who let the dogs out?
Oh,
Who let the dogs out?
Yeah. All right. So as last week happened, supposedly something happened last week. I don't know.
I wasn't there. If you didn't see it, it doesn't count.
Well, okay. So for
hey, and another thing, if you don't remember, it doesn't count.
Oh, well, there's a lot of stuff going on that the following day, everybody remembers, right? All of a sudden, everybody remembers what happened last week. So we're going to get everybody involved. We're going to tell everybody what's going on as the more and more people are joining us right now. Before we get going, though, thanks to everybody. You have your drinks ready to go. Where am I at? I'm going to be all fancy today. Where am I at? I had a hat. I don't even know what happened to my hat. See, I'm already a mess today. Oh, here we go. So I'm going to be a nice cubano today. We're going to put the hat on. We're ready to go. Oh, yeah. Because, Coach, we don't mess around here. So I'm going right here. Because after last week's...
You're going to go Pepe Gomez on us today?
Pepe Gomez. Because after last week's show, the reason I bought this hat is because I need to do this.
Oh, we get it.
After last week's show, un desmadre. So we're going to get into all of that right now. Razo is there, Coach is here, and everybody is saying how happened was because supposedly I said, fuck you to everybody.
No, you didn't.
I know. Exactly, Coach. I knew you would defend me. I didn't say that. Humberto said that. So Beto didn't say it. Humberto came out there because a lot of you people are a bunch of haters. So we're going to get into what happened last week and what's going on. But first, right now, I want to say hello to our good friend Toño. Toño Diaz is watching us in Las Vegas from the Vegas bubble. Where's the message you sent me, Toño? Toño is going to be fighting this weekend. He has a fighter.
Toño's fighting?
Yeah, Toño's fighting.
We have a kid.
He's making that comeback.
You have Manuel Flores, 8-0, 5 KOs from Indio. He's fighting a Puerto Rican named Jonathan Rodriguez, 8-0, 3 KOs. So Toño is in the bubble getting tested for COVID. He's going to get his results tomorrow. So if you want to watch that fight Saturday on ESPN platforms, I'm pretty sure it was on Plus. So good luck to you, Toño, and you're out there. Coach, how come you're not there?
Why? Because Antonio trains Manuel, and I've been back to back. Antonio trains Manuel. Every day.
Okay.
I work with him. Once in a while I get in there and correct him. We both train him, but Antonio does more of the physical work with Manuel. Antonio started Manuel Flores since he was a kid, since he was very young. Antonio was the one that started the kid from early. When he was an amateur, and he started really good. He was one of the best amateurs we had, 118-pounder, and now that boxing started, we got a fight for him. So
that's awesome. That's good for here. You were in the PBC bubble last week, Coach. How was that? How'd it go for your guy?
We won first round knockout, early knockout. It was good. I was like, this is the way it is with boxing. We were quarantining for a whole week, and just walk across the hotel to the Microsoft Theater and get in there. We were the first bout of the day. We fought. My fighter fought at 3:00, and as soon as the fight was over, we had already left everything packed in the hotel. We crossed the street, and we got our stuff. We got on the road. We actually made it home to watch the main event.
Hey, because you want to get out of that bubble as soon as possible. I was in the Thompson bubble Sunday. Good win for Saul Bustos, trained by Manny Robles and Estrita. He beat Louis Lopez, who was trained by Henry Ramirez. 3 fights on the Thompson show. It was 114 inside the Omega warehouse. They let us wear shorts and a polo. It felt great. And Jeanette Gonzalez does a great job with Thompson with the boxing operations. Jeanette said, Beto, well, I'm going to put a cooler right next to you and Doug Fisher. I'm like, cool, Jeanette. She's like, there's Modelos and Bud Lights. Go for it, because we know it. Because on that show.
Because she's been watching ThursDIAZ. That's why.
Oh, she also. No, okay, so that's where I'm going with this, Coach. All right, so for those of you who are part of the show, and if you don't watch the YouTube and you go to the download it on iTunes, well, it didn't happen last week. Because I got loaded last week, and I'm here to admit it, and it was fun. I haven't been that drunk. I did the math in 19 years. 19 years since I've been that hammered. So for those recap who didn't watch last week, I finished the bottle of Leti Ariola, sent me, and me puse bien bravo. I got all into it. I was feeling it because I know that I was yelling and saying I was loud. I could hear myself. And as soon as the show was over, I shut the computer down and I went to Mimi's, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. In the middle of the night, I went to throw up, and I took a shower, and I fell asleep on the floor. Me regañaron, me pegaron, all that other good stuff. And
you slept in the garage, huh?
No, I slept on the floor of the bathroom.
We kept saying that you were being too loud.
Okay,
come on now.
First of all, here's the thing, though. Okay.
Do you remember when we started? And you said you remember the first hour.
The first hour, yeah. I didn't know we did 2 hours.
Okay, it was part of the first hour.
2 hours.
No.
Okay. We did more. It was like 2.5 hours. Look, when we started, which was in the first hour, you showed the bottle, and you said, "I'm gonna finish it today."
It was like around here.
Okay. Yes. I mean, the content of that is a lot. When you said, "I'm gonna finish it," I said, "Beto, it's a lot." He says, "Oh no, I got it." I mean, you were drinking, and it was still. I mean, it wasn't even moving because the content is
another shot.
The width of the bottle, the width. I mean, there was a time where towards the end, you're like, "I'm done." I go, "No, you said you're gonna finish it. You got one more shot."
So it was you.
Hey, big props to Joel. He was being a good coach.
He was.
You can do it.
I was motivating you.
And you said on ThursDIAZ, because you've told us before, a fighter wants to quit where they don't want to make weight. They don't want to get in the sauna. You motivate them and you get them there, coach. You got me to finish this bottle, and I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to keep it. I'm put some plants. I'm ready to go. But here's the thing. So so I stay with my parents because they're older. They're 78. My dad's awesome. One of the nicest people in the world. He once bought, they used to SoCal a beer at a Ramon Ayala concert. And I'm like, I didn't even see my dad drink, right? My mom, she's 5'2" and is mean, right? But she can't hear. So you have to yell at her to get her attention. So
she heard you last week.
Oh, qué chingados estaba, like just loud. So I woke up, all that other good stuff. So yeah.
I think even the neighbors heard you. I think Razo, all the way to his neighborhood.
Hell yeah, he was barking with the dogs over here.
Okay. So, so I do know this, that we kept saying that I was playing golf and that people were saying, you're not going to make it, you're not going to make it. And so for all of you people who have said, F you, I don't apologize to you because I showed up to play golf last week.
Yes, and you finished.
And I finished. Did I finish?
He kind of finished.
No, did I finish? Hold up. Here's what happened last week.
Razo, he didn't quit, Razo.
I didn't quit. First of all, okay, so who was the first one at the golf course? Who was the first one at the golf course?
Beto was there doing the groundskeeping.
I was there. I showed up. If you want to hoot,
half the battle is showing up.
If you want to hoot with the Owls, you better soar with the Eagles. And I was there nice and early, baby. I was there. I was feeling really bad, but I was there. I had my coffee, doing the coffee. I was doing great. I was doing well. You get to the 9th hole, and then all of a sudden, it's cool. You know, it was the sun got me, and
the sun got him. He started buying a car. He was like that, like, let me get the Buick. He was done.
Oh yeah,
he was done.
All right. So for the record, I said that on purpose to see if Joel Diaz was watching. and he is watching. He was the first one at the course. He was there before me. So thanks for everybody. So he is watching. He passed the test. So we played golf last week. And then the more I thought about it, I looked at my Instagram messages, my DMs, and my Twitter messages. Because Sulen posted, "Oh, is Beto there?" Like all these people. I guess you guys were making bets that if I was going to show up or not, right?
Yeah,
Probably Razo.
I would.
So everybody's making these.
You don't believe on Beto? Come on, I did. I said this guy's gonna get up because his pride is gonna make him get up, regardless.
No, I got up because the alarm went off. That's why I was like, oh. And I looked at the messages while we're golfing. And all these like, wow, what a great show, what a great show. I've never seen you like this, Beto. You're going to be hurting. Like all these messages about great show. I can't believe you finished the bottle. I can't this. I'm like, what did I say? I went back and looked.
Well, we're playing and we're trying to like hit the ball, this and that. And then all of a sudden you see Beto with his phone and he's like, I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
You know what's happening.
Like, oh my God, did I do that? Oh my God, I got to watch the show. And then all of a sudden we're like, it's all calmado, this and that. And all of a sudden, oh my God, I better delete this. I guess people were texting him and he's like reading them. And he's like, oh man, this is not good.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good at all. I went back and looked, but we do have pictures from last week. This is me on the 9th hole. I found that nice bench and I was ready to I was hitting life right there. I was hitting life. Because the coffee had finished, I was done there. What else do we have here?
Beto was there, but not there.
Yeah, I found that picture. I don't know when I put on a Charros hat last week, but that Charros hat is still in the same spot. So these are screenshots that people were sending me. I didn't know. Tutu Renes, Beto. I don't know when that happened.
Classic.
Tutu was on.
Yeah.
Tutu was on, man.
But how good does my hair look? It was looking good last week, bro. It was all right. And then, of course, the Ace of SoCal decided to get creative with his memes. I'm right next to Forrest Gump. That was good. We did have a good group. Razo was swinging the golf club well. Smooth as always. Always smooth, Razo. And then our good friend, Marco Pelayo, golfing for the first time. He showed up. Looked good, had a great time. También Marco does a great job as the accountant at Golden Boy. Glove came out, didn't break any clubs, did a good job. And then on the seventh hole, we decided it was time for gangster golf, Coach. Gangster golf came in, and it's really simple. You're right, Coach. All you really do need is the palito and get out there in a 7-iron. Golf is an easy game. Golf is a real easy game. You know, it's simple.
See, look, I mean, you can't just go to a golf course and stand in front of the ball, sit in a palito, and and be wasting your time, right? Like when you think about it for too long, I mean, possibilities are you're gonna screw up, right? Don't think about it. Just put the ball on the palito, take a step back, and then swing.
Let me tell you something, Coach.
Oh, Razo.
That is usually the way it should happen. But
what?
When Beto was messing around, he was doing better than when he was focused.
See what I'm telling you?
So we're like, you know what, dude? Stick to gangster golf.
Gangster golf was good.
Razo, 80 to 85% of the time, when I stand in front of the ball and I'm like, and then like 2-3 times, like trying to, and then by the time I'm ready to hit the ball, I usually miss, or I'll hit the ball and it'll land right there. I'll hit on top. But if I just
you waste your swings. That's why.
I mean, that's what everybody does. I see everybody standing in front of a ball, and they're like there. I seen my son, I seen Toño, and they're like, "Come on, just hit it."
Yeah, you gotta be you. Don't go with the flow.
Exactly. Yeah. Because if I stand in front of the ball and think about it too much, I'm gonna screw up. So that's why I just put the ball, take a step back, y mocos, vámonos.
Mocos. That was the word I couldn't remember. Y mocos. So after the golf, Razo did a great job. Took me to Mariscos. I came back to life, and I still kept getting messages from people like, "Man, Beto, I don't know how you golfed today. How did you make it?" I'm a champ, bro. I'm all right. After that, I went to my buddies at Craft Beer Kings. They hooked me up with some beers for the Thompson Bubble. I was ready to go. I was good. Then Eddie Aguilera says, "Hey, Beto, I'm not too far from there. can you come by the house? I have something for Razo. So Razo, I now am your delivery boy. And only because you hooked me up on Friday. So I have this nice coach's jacket that is that was made for you, Razo.
So that means you're gonna work. That means you're gonna work a corner, guy.
Finally.
Yeah. So Eddie hooked me up. He's like, "Hey, you're gonna see Razo. Can you give that to him?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you, Eddie. No problem." He also has his shirts right here. Where is it at? Aguilera Boxing Champion. Eddie, of course, does a great job with the trunks for a lot of the fighters.
Nice.
That's for Razo. If you notice how big it is, Razo, it's size.
Seis sábanas.
Yes. He gave me a 3X to give to Razo.
It's a size RV cover.
I'm not that big. Come on, it's size easy.
Oh no, Razo. Hey, Razo, you're looking slimmer. I can see that. You're probably like a medium.
So it was one hell of a 24 hours. I became your delivery driver, and then coach, I get to Corona, right? I'm feeling better. I get there, and Jeanette Gonzalez once again does a great job with operations for Thompson. I'm checking into the bubble. She's giving me my foods. She's like, "Hey, I didn't see ThursDIAZ from last night," and I was like, "Oh,
good thing
what?"
you did it. She's a good thing you did it.
And I was like, Jeanette, I deleted it." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Well, the last half hour was me basically bad mouthing and telling the audience F you, F you, F you. I got super drunk. I got super loud. It was just terrible." She's like, "Oh, I need to see it." I'm like, "Well, I can send you the link." But yeah, it was, I saw it. I'm like, wow. Like if one of my potential employers would see it, it's like, not the fact that I was drunk. I think it was more of the fact that I just went off on all of you guys. And once again, I'm not going to apologize to any of you because you bet against me. You guys went against me, but I shouldn't have said F you 35 times. Maybe 34. 34 was good. 35, one too many. So I took that down. I didn't post it up there. But I do know that, I'm going to say this right now, Coach, that when I went to the bathroom, that you took over the show and you had some real kind words for me. I appreciate everything you said. That was really, really nice. I want to leave it up just so I can take out that part where you're leaving it for me. So thank you very much for the kind words. And it just kind of just reflected of the community that we built here on ThursDIAZ, where if Roberto can't be here, Razo could be here, or just you and I. And without you, the fans that continue to watch with us, we wouldn't be doing this show. And the fact that I can go off and get all drunk and you're like, "Yeah, Beto, cool. All right, we're having fun with you." It's like the real family vibe. And that's what I take away from it. But for those of you who didn't watch it, that's why you got to watch live on Thursdays, because you never know what might happen.
What's going to be posted and what's going to be deleted, right?
Oh,
see,
yeah.
When that happened, you're like, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom." And I was like, and all of a sudden, I look and you're not there. I got to go to the bathroom. So you left me there and I go, "Oh, crap." So I mean, I froze for a second. Where I said, "Okay, let me start talking." Just till he comes. You notice that, Razo?
Oh yeah, but the thing is that Beto, you left him, and it's not like he can see the comments that you're looking at. That people.
Oh, that's right.
Joel just looked like.
Yeah, for that. So then I
go. So hey guys, I just want to say thank you. He had no idea what the hell was going on. He didn't even know if he can hear. Like that was like, Joel, you did a good job on that one.
See,
because it was like you threw me off completely when you're talking. I gotta go to the bathroom, and boom, he disappeared.
That was the third time. No, the second time.
The second time.
I did it a couple of times.
But then I go like this. I'm like, oh, so I was like, started kicking in a little bit. My chip started functioning. So I go, "Oh, I want to say thanks." So I just started talking, but I mean, it caught me off guard.
By the third time, Beto, by the third time, that's when Coach was like, "Thank you guys, but hey, let's cut them off already. no more shots already. Let's tell them good night."
No, but this is the way it is, Beto. I mean, it's about having fun.
Yes.
I mean, you know that we're in the entertainment business, okay? I mean, you gotta entertain the people watching, so you gotta give them a little bit to talk about. I mean,
I give them a lot,
which is great.
Yeah.
Now people are talking, and they're like, okay, whatever it is. I mean, I had people the same as you, texting me, "Coach, that was great. Beto was like, yeah, he was having a good time. He was being himself, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
yeah,
and I got a lot of people tell me that it was good to see that side of me because normally I'm very professional, buttoned up. And it's just because, you gotta remember, people, I work for a lot of different companies, and that's the image portrayed. You never want to give a boss something that for them to talk bad about you, especially as a Latino reporter, because there's not that many of us. But on this show, we just have our fun, and we cut open, and we show a different personality, because I can't be this way on Channel 2 on Sundays, because it's always very, like when you watch your TV, it's like, hey, professional, blah, blah, blah. So people are like, I've never seen the side of you, but that you're fun. I'm like, no, I'm not really that much fun. I'm a big shit talker. So like, I'm as Razo knows when we play golf, but it was, that's la confianza que le tengo a la gente that watches ThursDIAZ.
And so, it's good.
But, yeah. Hey, but it was good because if people want to see it, go on TMZ. I uploaded it on TMZ. You can watch it all.
As our,
I'm gonna put it on Netflix.
As our good friend Beto Gomez says, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications because
pícale like,
because you can see the notifications of how hammered I was last week. But once again, it was I did the research. It was 19 years since I threw up like that, and I'm 42, so I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good for myself because, like I said, I'm more of a wine guy, so I get that good buzz, and then I stop right there. But last week, Coach, no stopping, no nada. Here we go.
End it.
Hey, look, yesterday, Marcelino, the day before, Marcelino called me. He goes, hey, Coach, what are you doing tomorrow? I said, nothing. What do you want to do? He goes, you want to go ride the horses? I go, sure. I haven't ridden the horses for a while. So I get to the ranch, and we get the horses, and we go. The weather was beautiful. I mean, it was 74 degrees in the morning, right? So we're riding, and we're having a good time. And then I started a live, and I remember people telling, hey, what happened to Beto? Yeah, and Beto was having, that was yesterday morning. I said, oh, he was having a good time. No, it was fun, man, just watching him. And then they're like, hey, you see how much tequila he drank? I said, sure. I mean, he thought it was a little bit, but the content of the bottle, because of the width of the bottle, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like, I mean, I said, but look, but Beto is a little weak. He's not a tequila.
Yeah, and I completely agree. I'm not a tequila guy.
I said, you know, a bottle like the one he drank. I mean, the bottle like the one he finished in 5 months. I said, the bottle that he finished in 5 months, I would have finished it by the time I'm putting a saddle on the horse, and I start riding. I go for a ride for maybe an hour, 2 hours. By the time I come back to give the horse a bath, and I would have been done with the bottle. And they're like, no, are you serious? Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm a tequila drinker, but I mean, come on, Beto. It takes Beto 5 months to finish a bottle like that. It would take me just a horse ride to finish it. By the time I get to the ranch, I'll be drunk, but I'll be having a good time.
I got no problem. No soy hombre. No soy hombre. But I just opened another bottle. Oh, look at that, Coach.
That looks like moonshine. What is it?
El Tesoro Añejo Tequila, a bottle that was sent to me this week.
Look, come on, let's go.
Let's go. This one, they told me, they're like, don't shoot it. It's so, right now, everybody get your drink out here. We're 20 minutes in. Eventually, we're going to have a show, guys. Saludos to Chicano Golf.
Tutu sent me this bottle. He was Coach for ThursDIAZ. You know?
Oh, Tutu Belen? The Beto guy?
Yeah. Tutu.
A ver, come on, Coach.
Tutu sent me this bottle. He was Coach for ThursDIAZ.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, guys. Today I'm not drinking.
Okay. Oh, yo tampoco.
No, you know why? Let me tell you guys.
You're for real? Not drinking? Oh, okay.
No, I'm for real. Watch. Actually, I'm drinking tea.
Oh, get rid of that cup.
Come on, Razo. Razo, look.
Weak.
Come on, Razo. Hey,
why are you mad, Razo?
The Rams the other day. I was rooting for the Rams in the last games, and you still. Come on, Razo.
Oh, disculpa. Weak. Oh,
but
sorry.
This morning, I'm on my way to the building because yesterday they pulled concrete for handicap and sidewalk and everything. So I wanted to make sure that nobody's, messing with the cement. It was fresh cement yesterday. So I stopped at the store to get a coffee, and as I get off my truck, there's a guy out there. Hey, help me out. No me dejes morir solo. I go, what's your problem?
Whoa.
No, we're selling tamales. I go, let me get a coffee and I'll come back outside. So I come outside and he's right there. He goes, hey, I'm just trying to make a living, I'm selling tamales. I go, okay, let me get some. So I get some tamales and I get in the truck. I'm drinking my coffee, so I stop at the building and I ate one. They were good. I ate another one. By the third, I started feeling a little sick.
Uh-oh.
I started feeling a little like congested or like, So as of that moment, as soon as I was feeling really good when I left, I had my coffee. But when I started eating the tamales, I'm like, oh man, I'm not feeling good. I feel like my face like congested.
Oh, wow.
I feel like pressure on my head. So I was there. I came home, and I told my wife, I said, you know what? What did you eat? I said, I told her, and she goes, they were probably not good. I mean, they were good, the flavors, but I mean, you never know. So then I went to the gym and I trained the guys, but I didn't want to be there, honestly. I was
wow.
I was feeling good, but I finished my training. I finished the training with the guys. I didn't let nobody know, but I was like, I feel a little weird, but then I'm feeling my face, and I'm like, I feel a little off. So I come home and I tell Joy, hey, check my temperature. And boom, I mean, it's like 97. I go, no, you don't have fever. Okay. I go, I'm going to go to sleep. I slept for about 3 hours with the headache. And you're talking about in the morning. And that was like around 6:30 in the morning. And up to right now, I still have the pressure. I don't feel that congestion. I came home, and once I ate, my wife made food and I ate, I started feeling a little better. And then we went for a walk. We went for like a mile walk, came back, but I still had that pressure on my forehead. And I took a pain pill earlier. So she told me, you're not going to be drinking. I go, I don't feel like, because, I mean, the pressure on my head is still there.
Hey, but you drink, it makes you feel better. No pasa nada.
Hey, no, don't listen to that.
Nada.
I understand, but I took some medicine. And
yeah.
I'd rather just drink tea out of the best cup.
There you go. There it is. Razo, what are you drinking?
I got a little.
Órale. Sol. Oh.
Tecate Light.
But I have the back of the kicker right here.
The Sol. All right, Razo.
Ponla en hielo, gallo, porque se ponga como nalga de pingüino.
Mi asistente acá, no está disponible, so I gotta have everything right here.
Yeah, right there.
I don't want to be like Beto and leave you guys.
No, hey, look what I've been doing in the past weeks. Before the show starts, I'm right here. I got 2 chairs, one here, one here. I'll get a little ice chest, and I'll put my coconut water and whatever I got. Y pongo con hielo, and I got my glass and todo. So I got my little bar right here. You gotta sit down.
Yeah, but the difference is that you're gonna be on. You don't get the call like an hour before.
Hey, no, like, it wasn't an hour before, Gallo. I saw your post like
Coach, he should know. He's got to be ready. You're like a swing belt, Razo. You're a swing belt. You got to be ready to go anytime right there, man. Come on, Razo. And then if you guys subscribe to my YouTube, you'll see that I did a chug yesterday. This is 3 hops from my good friend Beer Thug Life, Edgar out of Compton. This is an 8.5% beer. I chugged it all yesterday, Coach. So go on my YouTube and you could see me chugging it. So I was busy yesterday. So
I thought that was Tres Flores, ready for your pillows.
It's based off of the Tres Flores design. Look at that, Razo.
What? Oh, 3 hops?
3 hops. There it is.
Tres Flores right there for the pillow.
I got you one, Razo. Don't worry about it. We'll be ready to go. All right.
Beto was doing commercials today. That's why he didn't show up to go.
Razo, you remember those 3 flowers back in the day? You
but it was a little botellita like that.
And then you come home and you lay on your pillow y dejas la marca ahí como if your car engine is leaking oil.
All right, here we go. Soleman's here.
We did miss Beto golfing today. I was in the commercials, and I was like, all right, this guy's making money.
That's why you gotta forgive whatever he does. A Beto se le perdona lo que hace because he's a celebrity, bro. I'm telling you, Beto, watch.
I'm like Toño.
Watch. When I got hired to work for HBO Latino, and I'm like, I go out there and I'm a little nervous, and I'm trying to be like Beto when he's not drinking, right? Like very professional, very very sophisticated stuff, Even the way I was talking, I was like
profesional,
sacaba palabras que ni siquiera las había mencionado antes, but I was like trying to be very professional. And then Jerry Olaya, Jerry, I was like with the mic and talking and being like very very sophisticated in the way I was speaking, right? So then once in a while, one time, Jerry comes behind me and he goes like this, and he taps me on the back and he goes, "Hey, coach, be yourself." I go, "Really?" órale, ahí les va. And I started opening up. He goes, be yourself. He goes, the reason why we hire you is because the way you are.
Yeah.
Character. He says, we don't want that guy. We never seen that guy before. We want you. Just be yourself. Okay, ahí les va pues. Vámonos. And I started opening up, and that's just the same with you. I mean, Beto, you don't need to have alcohol in your system to be yourself. Vámonos.
Oh no, I need alcohol to start pissing people off. Yeah, because I normally I'll think F you. I won't say it, but last week I guess I told Toño that F him too because I didn't want him on the show or something like that.
But with Toño's okay. I mean, with Toño's okay.
No.
Toño can take that and more. He don't care. Remember,
that's why
if he took a beating for Margarito, bro, I mean, he can take it.
Yeah. But that's why when we were on the golf course, and Beto, remember, que Razo and this and that, I'm gonna go, let's go. Dude, I smoked his ass. That's the reason I had this cachucha right here. Watch out.
But hey, did he pay you your $5?
No,
You guys are.
He told me for him.
He told me that night that you guys were gonna bet $5 a hole, so that's $40.
Exactly.
Okay.
Look at. He's like, I didn't say that.
Coach,
Coach.
Let
me bring up the YouTube.
Look at this. I bought a hat from all the money I won last week, so no problem.
So you won. Okay.
Yeah, I won.
Yeah, because I remember asking him, Beto, you sure you're gonna play? He goes, Coach, I'm gonna play and I'm gonna beat him. We're gonna bet $5 a hole.
I'm gonna smoke his ass.
I bet you that was the first thing. That was the first thing he deleted from that podcast.
Yeah, the $5 though. He's like, I didn't bet that. I'm like,
nah, it's because Junior was there, Marco were there. We didn't want to slow them down because if me and Razo would have played the right way, it's just embarrassing for the beginner. So we had compassion for them. We had compassion for them. All right, let's keep going.
Coach, hold on. Hey, Coach, we're playing right. We're gonna tee off on the third hole, I think, right? And there's a group that's behind us. They're catching up to us, and then one of the guys goes and he's like, "Is that Beto Duran?" And I was like, "Oh, hasta aquí lo conocen in Monterey Park." And then Marco goes, "Yeah, that's Beto Duran. That's the swap me version of him." Dude, I was cracking up.
Hey, but he came
today,
back.
Beto, today you missed out, Beto. I mean, Ricky went down to my level. Eric P, of course, he fucking whooped our ass. And it was Ricky, I swear, was gonna have a Razo moment where he was gonna break one of his clubs. He was that close, and I kept telling Ricky, "It's okay, relax, breathe." Pero ya andaba con las ganas de quebrar un club, el amigo.
I was like I told you, Razo, I found new celebrity friends. I was busy golfing with those guys, and every now and then I'll come back with the commoners. But when you're a celebrity like me and you're big time, you got to go play the country club. So I found new friends.
He goes, you know what he tells me? He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna go play golf with Canelo." And then Eric P goes, "Yeah, with the fake Canelo."
I play with both of them. Don't worry about it. And for those of you guys wondering how long the show going to be tonight, we're going to Postmates anything. Nah, it's a quick show tonight because I'm not drinking. So and I got to edit.
Tequila.
Yeah. No, I got that tequila.
That's true.
I got this new bottle, El Tesoro tequila. I'm actually having a tequila tasting with my friends next Wednesday on.
Oh, we are.
Fool! You gave me your address.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's right.
You're one of your friends. Like, pinche Razo.
What time and where are we meeting?
We're gonna do it on Zoom. But you have to live in LA County. Coach, I'll get you a bottle. Don't worry about that. We'll get there. So we're gonna do it.
Hey, Coach, I'll give you an address. You do it all the time right here with the kids to go to this high school, go to that high school. I got an address for you. Don't worry about it.
Razo, I know. I see him all the time. I mean, sometimes he goes to the park and there are like 100 kids around him skateboarding and stuff. So I mean, he's fine.
That's his favorite golf course, Bell Gardens, right there.
Bell Gardens, because it's $8. You must get in. Don't worry about it.
You're playing and there's kids playing baseball right there where you're trying to hit a ball.
See, puro golf. See, you guys are all fancy. All right, let's start talking some boxing right now. All right, so I was thinking of what's going to be today's theme, and I realized that last week a lot of the questions we came from were really, really good. Now, if you guys have your questions, we'll get to them in about 10 minutes, but I wanted to ask this question today, specifically to Coach and to Razo. Coach, when you walked into a building, and it's fight night, for you personally, what's that like when you're just walking into the building?
The event building where the ring is and stuff?
Yep.
To me, it depends. It depends the magnitude of a fight that we got. I mean, if it's not a big stage fight, I mean, it's like, okay, you're thinking about, okay, it's exciting to be here. But when you got a big magnitude fight, that it's like a big, like a Canelo, like a Manny Pacquiao, or that type of event. I mean, you get that adrenaline rush where, whoa, this is different. You feel the energy. You feel the energy, the adrenaline. It feels like electricity in a building like that. It's now if it's somebody, one of my boys fighting on the card, I mean, I get excited. I get like, oh, we're gonna be fighting in a big stage. This is a big event. People are gonna be watching. But if it was one of my brothers, I'll be like, man, it's nerve wracking. The nerves. I mean.
All right. Well, let me get you there. When your brothers would fight, you're a trainer. You walk in it because they take you from the hotel. You go through wherever you're at. But when it hits you and you're in the building and it's empty, nobody there, just a couple of people, what's that moment like for you? Because that's an experience that nobody here is going to know, because you're going to be going into that ring as a trainer or as a fighter. Just, the fans can think about it, but we don't know what it's like. Salem knows it, a couple other people, but not many of us. What's that like?
I'm pretty sure every trainer has been in that situation where, I mean, you're the first fight of the card, and you're fighting at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I mean, it's like, you get excited, you're happy to be there, but you're not being seen by the entire crowd that's gonna be there for the main event. So it just becomes a fight. When you're one of the first fighters on a big stage card, it's like going to a small venue, to a small event, because there's really not that much of excitement. I mean, you don't have the fans, you don't got the people rooting, you don't have, I mean, all the people screaming or whatever. But it's a big difference. It's a big difference. I mean, it's like, okay, let's go, let's get this over with, and let's move on to the main event or whatever the big card is. But it's a big difference if you fight main event and you fight the first fight of the night where there's nobody, just the judges, maybe a few people there, and it's mostly the family, the fighters' family that are there. I mean, a few other people that like to go watch, because there is a lot of people that like to watch the up and coming fighters, so that they can talk about him. Hey, you know what? There's this kid. I mean, he was the first fight on the card, and he's pretty good. Check him out. Yeah. There's actually interest in a percentage of people, fans, they like to go watch the early fights better than the last fights, because most of the time it's like the main events, you already know who's the favorite, and you're already expecting the main event to win. But when you got the early fights, I mean, it's different. Those guys are hungry. They wanna show their talent, so they work they work extra hard to get the attention from managers, promoters, to get signed or whatnot. So they put in the extra work. I can tell you that.
There's something about walking into an empty building that is just really cool for me personally, because I always have to be there early. No matter whatever time I go to a Dodger game, you walk into an empty Dodger stadium, it's like, wow. Like, I always take that moment to soak it up for me personally, because this is where I used to sit. Now I can go on the field and do whatever I want. Like this weekend, I'm going to work the Rams-Cowboys game. So at the brand new stadium. Yeah, okay, this weekend I'm working the Cowboy game. So so that brand new stadium, going and just seeing that experience. And the reason I brought this up is this past weekend, of course, I was working the Thompson show, and we're fighting in a warehouse. And great job by the Thompson team to make that warehouse feel like it's a venue. And the first time, a couple bumps, but you just don't know what's going on. This time, it felt like you're in a small ballroom, but you just don't know because the way it's looking around. And it's just, even though you're walking into a warehouse, I still got that feeling of this is exciting. And do you still get that, Razo? What's your day like when you work?
When I walk in, bro, I'm like, okay, let me go check the ring. Is the ring set up? Did they dress it right? Is the logo sticking out the right way?
What time do you get there?
Probably about noon, maybe noon. First fight is probably about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Or, you walk in and then you go to the locker rooms, make sure the buckets, the towels, are they going to have eyes? Make sure that everything's ready so that when the fighters come in, they have, their Ziplocs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a little different than coach, but, you walk in and like you say, sometimes it looks blank, like nothing. And then all of a sudden the ring's set up, the lighting trust is up, and It's like, man, it's pretty cool. But for me, it's mainly obviously, like operations kind of make sure everything's ready to go so that we can have a good fight.
Yeah, because we get to see something that the fans don't get to see. Because when the doors open up, okay, you see people hustling, bustling, but it's like, wait, it just feels different. Like, it just because it's so quiet, and it's like almost like, I guess I go back to me where I'm thinking, I don't belong in this business, I don't belong in this building, and I'm waiting for somebody to come and be like, hey, bro, niño mocoso pa fuera, like that kind of thing. Like, but now it's like, Razo, you're the one putting on the show.
But it is kind of cool because, like you say, you're there early, so you're watching from A to Z everything that you need for a show. Sometimes I feel like, dude, I want to record just something to show the fans, like you say, the backstages, from the beginning. This is like, have a camera or something, and like, okay, we're here. We start setting up the ring. We start doing this. We start doing that. People are doing this, that, and then the fights go on. And during a fight, someone in the back needs, gloves because these are the wrong gloves, or you have an issue in the back, so you go to the back, and then you come back. The fights are going on. The fights are over. You see the guys take down the ring, and you're like, the first one's there and the last one's to leave, and it's kind of like everything's fun and games. I wish I had your job, and stuff like that. And then they see the hard work, and oh man, shit, you guys do a lot of work.
It's like, I wish you had your job. Wait a minute, I can't drink while I'm here. I can't hang out with my friends. Like, and everybody's asking you for tickets. Hey, I got tickets. I'm at the door. Like, well, the fight's already started, but just leave me too. It's not that I don't care where they're at. Like, that kind of BS.
That's the good thing about fantasy, because the service is pretty bad there. And I tried to call you, I'm sorry, I didn't get your message. I'm already, just meet me at the roulette table. I'll meet you there.
Send it.
Send it.
It's different, Beto. Like, for trainers, when you start as a trainer, obviously it's a different feeling, because a lot of things are new to you. A lot of things are new. Walking into an empty building, as well as a building that is packed. I mean, but with time, after you worked every single scenario, I mean, it's different. Now, to me, I mean, if it's an empty building or if it's a full building, I walk in the building and I'm relaxed. I'm very relaxed. I know that I'm gonna go work. But the thing is this: once anybody from the promotion, like Razo, comes into my dressing room and says, 10 minutes, we're out. Then right there, like, whoa, let's go. So it's a different feeling, because now you start getting nervous. Now you start thinking, okay, let's go. So then you got that adrenaline running through your body. But to me, I could be in the dressing room saying 3 o'clock, fights at 5. I'm relaxed. I'm doing my thing, talking, no problem. But once somebody comes into the dressing room and says, hey, 10 minutes, we're walking, right there and then, like, boom, they ignite that. And the feeling is completely different. And then the walk from the dressing room to the ring, it's a very nerve-wracking walk, because
nerve-wracking.
Yeah, because you're thinking, I mean, the worst. What if this happens? What if things don't go right for us? And then you start analyzing, but you have to keep your cool and get in the ring and do your work. Because now people are watching, and if people are not watching, it's like you're walking in there. Especially a lot of trainers that have pride in the outcomes. I do, like I told you last time. When I lose a fight, it takes me like 2-3 days to recover. And I'm just thinking every scenario as I'm walking from the dressing room to the ring, and everything goes away once the bell rings and I see my fighter listening and doing well. Then now I got the motivation, I got the confidence. Okay. He's doing everything I'm telling him, and that helps. Even though nothing's for sure, you could be winning a fight, and one punch can change everything. But I've seen it. I mean, and it could happen to anybody. But the thing is, you gotta keep a full control, and regardless of there's fans or no fans, the main thing is your fighter fighting in there, and the outcome. It's a big important factor.
Yeah.
Is it like is this something you get used to, though? Kind of like when you walk out, it's like it's like your regular routine.
Because it becomes a routine, Razo. It becomes a routine, but the only thing that doesn't change is that call. Hey, in 5 minutes we're walking. right there.
Because even with me, sometimes I feel like it's repetition, right? You're doing the same thing over and over, and you want to make sure you get it right, and you're doing the show right, and this and that. But sometimes, like I feel like every show there's something new to me. Where, like sometimes you get these fighters that are out of their camps, and they're like, they're trying to see the ring, and they're taking pictures. And before I was kind of like, hey, you gotta get to the back, you can't be out here. But then I come and I realize that I'm like, dude, this is the first time and probably the only time that they're going to be on a Golden Boy show or something. So let them enjoy the moment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let them enjoy the moment also. Take pictures. Go for, hey, let me take a picture of you. And it is something different. And I know that the rules are you got to stay in the back or this or that. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, it's not going to hurt him to take a quick picture.
But
and let him enjoy it for the rest of his life.
And for some fighters, those are memories that will always be part of the career. I mean, like you said, it could probably be the only fight for that promotion, and he wants to take a picture for memories, or hey, say, you know what, I was at a Golden Boy show, I'm at the ring. Also, there's fighters that before they walk in the dressing room, superstitious, it could be, I don't know, but they want to get on the ring and walk around the ring. They want to feel the padding. You seen that, Razo?
Yeah, but I've done it before. I did it with Virgil. I've done it with the people that do like their pro debut. When they get in the ring, when I hold the ropes, and I'm always like, hey, good luck, mijo, this and that. And then I always tell them, hey, this is what you live for, bro. Enjoy it. Go out there and have fun. You already know what you got to do. Have fun, bro. Enjoy it. And they're like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, because it's nervous. They're nervous. It's the first fight or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, relax, bro. Like, it's just go out there. You know what you got to do. Mm-hmm. Go out there, put on a show, and have a good time. Because if this is what you want to do for the rest of your life, have a good time. You got to have a good time doing what you're working in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
they're just tense. There's fighters that they could have 10 fights, 15 fights. Just being tense, walking in the ring, it's always going to be part of it, I remember one time Mike Tyson said a long time ago, they asked him, do you get nervous before a fight? He says, of course, I'm alive. Like you could be the meanest fighter in the sport, like he says, of course, because people think that just because he's aggressive, he's Iron Mike Tyson and he's so brutal, they think, oh, this guy doesn't get nervous. No, he said it. He goes, I'm alive. He goes, if I'm not nervous, I'm dead.
Wow. Of course that's Tyson saying that. That's crazy.
Yeah. He goes, if I don't get in the ring and I'm nervous, he goes, that means that I'm not alive. I'm a human being. I get nervous. I don't show it, but there is. I mean, every fighter, regardless, they say I don't get nervous. They get nervous, not because of the fight itself, because they're fighters. A fighter always think about performance.
Yeah.
Hopefully people like my performance. I mean, the outcome, hopefully I win. I don't want to lose, But the fight itself, they live boxing. They spar rounds, hundreds of rounds. So, I mean, by nature, they know already. They got defense, offense. They're going to get hit. They're going to hit. But the thing is, for them, they get nervous because so many people are watching them. Sometimes there's people that you want to impress. And if you don't look good, I mean, sometimes
I get nervous when our fight's gonna start. Sometimes, I mean, the first fighters walk in when I come down the stairs. Sometimes you'll catch me, me persino, and it's kind of like, let's have a good show. And sometimes it's like, I fist pump Joelito, Carlita, and Carl, like everybody who's near me. I'm like, let's have a good show. But
that's who you are, Razo. You're a guy who has passion for everything you do. Like, no matter what, if you're playing golf, you're playing crafts, you're working, you always have that passion. Your tailgates, you're cooking, all that good stuff. And that's why you get nervous like that. That's why you would have been a terrible fighter, because you would have been so nervous.
I need someone to, I can't be me. I'll pump myself up.
That's why you're the perfect guy with the towel in the corner. You're ready to go. You're a good hype man. But, Coach, this is a good question from Beto Gomez. Do you get tunnel vision, or do fighters get tunnel vision where everything is blocked out, like where you don't know what's around you?
There's fighters that don't get the tunnel vision. They're too concerned about everything around them. They're too concerned about they're concerned about who's watching. what people are saying about him. But that's when fighters have to. I mean, trainers have to tell the fighters, hey, you know what? Just focus on one thing. Just listen to my voice. Ignore everything around you, and they do. There's a lot of fighters that get that tunnel vision where they don't care. They don't hear nothing around. They don't hear nothing around the ring.
That goes the same thing as far as some don't, some do. Is because some of them are like more worried about how do I look? Is this right? My gloves don't match. My this don't match. My socks. It's like, and then you get some of those fighters that are like, I don't, just give me whatever gloves and let me go in there, do my business, pum pum pa, y se acabó. So I mean, I could see where some are, like they say, so you got to look good to perform good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beto looks good on the golf course, but his golf game.
It doesn't matter. That's why I never posted videos. Puro show, bro. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This one right here. Marco Favela, how does it feel to get knocked out in front of thousands of fans?
Well,
that one, homie.
look, Beto, when you got so much adrenaline going through your body, when you get knocked out, honestly, some fighters don't even feel it. They get knocked out, and once they react, they come back. Oh, what happened? I had fighters that get knocked out at a fight, and I'm driving home 2 hours later. That, hey, what happened? Did I win?
No.
Yeah. Look, quick story. My brother Julio fought in Lemoore, California. Lemoore is like 6-7 hours from him, and he fought a kid that beat a couple of Olympians. Being a prospect, he beat a couple of Olympians. His name was El Pollo Valenzuela. Okay, El Pollo Valenzuela. He retired due to the same thing happened to me. Detached retina in his eyes.
Oh,
I see him a couple times. He's been on some of the Golden Boy shows. Pollo Valenzuela. Now he's a trainer. When we go to Lemoore, Julio was a prospect. Julio was untouchable. He was beating everybody back and forth. And that day, he's fighting in a casino from Lemoore that is like in the middle of the field, like way in there. I mean, there's nothing around it for, I don't know, acres and acres. So we get to the casino, and they put us in a trailer, like in a trailer as a dressing room. And if I'm not mistaken, that day there was a game. I don't know if it was baseball, hockey, but there was a big game going on that day. So we were there for 5 hours in the dressing room. When usually they tell you, okay, come in at 3 and you fight at 5. 2 hours max. And that day, Julio was bored. He was laying on a table, on a hard surface table, because when they said, okay, there's a game. I don't remember what it is. Antonio knows. It was a baseball game. I think it was a World Series, or it was a hockey game. It was a big game, and it was on ESPN as well. So they come and say, hey, you're not gonna fight at this time because there's a game, and after the game you come in. So then Julio was really bored. We go to the event, and it's a big tarp. We get in the ring. Julio was having a good time. Pollo Valenzuela, nothing special to him. He was too confident, like, okay, I got this. And Julio was doing really well. He was dominating Pollo Valenzuela. First round, second round, I remember what round it was. But he gets hit really hard by Pollo Valenzuela, and he looks at me. And I remember he looked at me in the corner, and he goes like this. He goes, whatever. He's okay. So then he kept boxing. So he goes against the ropes. And Pollo Valenzuela did like a little feint and went down and came up. Julio thought he was going to block the punch because he went like this. And Pollo caught him like right on the chin. Julio was asleep on the ropes. He never went down. Julio was asleep on the ropes, and then boom, 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 and Julio was just like this on the ropes. Stop the fight. Yeah, they stopped the fight.
Coach, it was the first round.
Okay, first round. In the first round, okay. And
Antonio right now just wrote April 26, 2002. Pinche Antonio, how do you remember that?
I think Margarito opened his brain. Oh, what? So
one part of it.
Antonio lost his first fight as well, and he knows, and he says he wasn't nervous. He said he only had tacos and whatever
Pizza.
And pizza like he always did, and he wasn't nervous. He was in the ring and he lost. But like I said, everybody gets nervous. We drove back after the fight. Julio didn't want to stay. We had a hotel room. We went to the hotel, and we get to the hotel. And by that time, they were showing the fights in the room.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
It was ESPN 2 show.
ESPN. So as we're driving back, Julio tells me, he goes, hey, so what happened? Did I win? I go, you don't remember? He goes, no, what happened? Did I win? I go, no, you lost. You got knocked out. He goes, no, really? That's how bad it was, you know? I mean, you know, he was too relaxed walking in the fight. He gets knocked out. We go to the hotel. He didn't know nothing. We get to the dressing room, took off his gear, whatever, put it in the bag. We drive to the hotel. We packed our luggage. We get in the car, and we're driving back on the freeway. And he asks, he goes, hey, did I win? No, you lost. Really? Yeah, you got knocked out. He didn't remember.
That's kind of like Beto, like last week when
Yeah.
he did the show, went to the restroom, got knocked out, woke up, went to go play golf, was there, and then after golf, he's like, hey, what happened with the show yesterday?
Yeah.
See, he didn't remember. Same thing.
Hey, Gallo, but I saw him at the end of the game. He was having a glass of beer.
I had to give him one.
Okay, but he goes, a lot of people think that I'm hungover. He goes, I'm still drunk.
Oh, the message I sent you.
Remember you called me? You're like, hey, Gallo, just here checking up on Beto. How's he doing? I'm like, he's right here. Look at him. He's hating life.
I was sending Joel messages.
He looked happy. He looked happy drinking the beer. That's what he says. He goes, hey, a lot of people think I'm hungover. I'm still drunk. So let's keep going.
Well, you can't be hungover if you're still drunk, Coach. Let me follow up with that, Coach. You're talking about your brother getting knocked out. When a fighter gets knocked out for the first time in his career, and they're big-time prospects or they're undefeated where they lose for the first time, something like that, how do you deal with them before they come back to the gym?
Well, the process is this. A lot of fighters, depending on their mentality, there's fighters that are weaker than others. There's fighters that get knocked out, even the loss, even they lose for the first time, and after that, their mind is not the same. And I honestly can tell you, Julio was a fighter that towards the end of his career, he was one of the guys that he would lose a fight if it was either by knockout or whatever, and then he would come back, man, didn't affect him because Julio was a strong-minded fighter. Julio always said, you know, I go down, but I come up. He goes, sometimes you see me go down and I come up. When he fought Sean Porter the first time, honestly, everybody knows Julio won that fight, but they gave it a draw. They gave it a draw, and then after that,
Arena or was that the
Sports Arena?
Sports Arena, right?
Yeah. And then when he fought him the second time, he did lose. I mean, that's when I started seeing Julio diminishing because his age. Julio was already, you know, a little old in his career, but he fought a decision against Sean Porter twice, and then we went to England and fought, you know, Amir Khan. I mean, he looked great. Honestly, it was a great fight. He dropped Amir Khan. He almost had him dead in the 9th round, 10th round, and he never complained. But Julio had a torn bicep in the 9th round. Jeez. Him and Amir Khan, they collided on hooks, and he got hit with a punch on the bicep. And he told me, and this is Julio's words. He goes, "Hey, dude," he goes, "I'm gonna tell you something." He goes, because it was after the fight, the Bradley fight. It was after the Bradley fight, and Bradley had won. And he tells me, even though when I was wrapping his hands, and I had Virgil, which was his trainer, American's trainer, he told me, man, he goes, I mean, I admire you. I go, why? He goes, you got this guy that is really famous, a great trainer, one of the best trainers. He goes, he's watching you rap, and you're not even nervous. I go, why? Why should I be? I'm doing my job. He goes, I mean, I'm nervous just watching the guy watching you rap. You know? So he told me that. So after the fight, we walk away with a loss, and then he tells me, hey, I'm gonna tell you something. He goes, you know me, I never complain. You know me, I never cry. He goes, look, and he shows me like that, and you could see a big old dent in between the bicep, and he goes, I think I tore my muscle. I mean, because it was like a big old. He goes, in exchange with American, we both exchanged hooks, and he caught me there. He goes, but you know what? I didn't want to quit. He goes, I wanted to make you proud. I go, no, yeah, you made me proud, you know. He goes, no, you know me. I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna complain. I didn't say anything. That was in the 9th round, and I still fought 10, 11, and 12. He goes, and I still fight strong. And those are things that, like I said, there's fighters that are mentally strong, and there's fighters that, man, they break a nail and they'll be crying, you know. and they'll quit in a stool. But there's different mentalities in the sport, in every sport, In
I believe that was that the same thing que le pasó a Coro?
Exactly.
With Saram Ali, I think.
Yeah.
I could see a little.
Yeah.
See some. That was pretty crazy.
It took Julio maybe like 2 weeks. His whole arm was like bruised, really bad, almost black, because that punch really tore his bicep, and he couldn't move his arm for a while.
You can't even lift it up. Razo, when a fighter a young prospect gets knocked out, what's the process that you go through dealing with them? Because I'm pretty sure the manager's calling, let's get back here or whatever. How does that work?
Oh, it just depends. Like Coach said, it's just how do they.
What do you do though? Okay, what about you? What do you do?
I've told a fighter before. I go, hey, this is your first loss. Okay, people are gonna remember this for a little bit. What they're gonna remember is how do you bounce back? Are you gonna let this diminish you, or are you gonna? Okay, I lost already. Okay, boom, it is. It is what it is. How are you gonna bounce back? That's how people are gonna remember you. And I remember telling Joed that I told Camarón that, and that didn't work out too good. It's just.
Let me follow this up with that. Fighters who lose, and they don't ever fight again.
They don't know how to lose. They don't know. They've never been there, done that. So that's just kind of like. You have to understand though that's gonna be part of the game. You're not gonna be that Mayweather that that's gonna go 50-0 or whatever. You're gonna be bound to lose at one point or another. But it's how do you come back? How do you bounce back off of that? And that goes for every sport. Boxing is a little different because that one loss can really take you down for some reason. The Packers lose all the time.
See what I'm saying? Hey, I'm supporting this team against Dallas.
Coach, we were doing so good. We were having so good. The FUs were last week. This week we're behaving. We're being adults.
Let's go.
Hey, you know what? And it's going to be harder now because it's football season.
Okay.
So, from now on, before you invite him to the show, can you please contact me?
Well, Coach, he invites himself. Okay,
well, if he invites himself, before you give him an answer, just contact me and say, Coach, you invite him?
No problem.
And then I'll go on the schedule for football, and depending on where he's at, I'll say either yes or no. Because right now, look.
Okay, but you can't just call me like when they lose, because then you're gonna beg on me.
Actually, I'm telling you, it's like when the Rams play. Some of the suckiest teams in the NFL, like the 49ers and stuff.
Ricky Romero just jumped in right now. What up, Ricky? They just saw you.
Hey, don't take it personal. This is just for Antonio.
Oh, Antonio's a Niner fan? So Antonio's a Niner fan. Ricky's a Niner fan. Hello to all our Niners fans.
Hey, he don't know when they score if it's either a goal or a touchdown or whatever. But, he supports the 49ers.
Do that again.
He hates me since the time, I think it was Seattle, when the 49ers played Seattle. And on one of the kicks, it was like a 15-yard field goal. And the guy hits the ball and it goes, boom, goes to the side. I go to the gym and I get a mitt and there's the 2 rings and then there's 2 poles within 5 feet. And I go, Antonio, this is what happened in the game last night. So I kick the mitt and it goes to the left instead of going through the post, and he hates that.
I actually got a bottle on Ramon from Toño on a Rams 49er game. Thank you, Toño.
Toño right now jumping in. Niner Nation.
When the Rams played the Dallas Cowboys, I got the Rams, dude.
Okay, chingón.
I'm on the Rams side. Dallas Cowboys, they're not as bad as the 49ers, but they're there. They're good.
Oh, here. Now everybody. Oh, what happened to them? Oh, they froze.
Every time Toño go buys a jersey, parece que se pone la bata del padrecito de rancho, because it's always at the bottom. Pero Toño always shows off his jersey.
Oh, see, and then now you just got everybody. Toño, Niner Nation, Anthony Kelly, Razo, Cowboys against Rams. Loser golfs in the winning team's jersey.
Yes. All right, as long as we play at Pico, we're playing in Pico.
Okay. Here it is.
Hey, come on, Gallo. Hey, back it up, bro.
Hey, you know me.
I know, hey, Gallo.
I'll make a bet for anything. Let's go.
Back it up.
I'm in.
Let's say the Rams lose, but they're not. You wear the Dallas Cowboys, jersey, and after the game, just burn it.
Yeah, I'll wear it.
All right.
I'll wear it. It just, but I could wear my Rams on top of it. I'm still gonna wear the jersey.
Nah. Come on, Razo.
Okay, that's
Come on.
That's
Oh, all right, Razo, are you
I'd
in?
rather bet for money, homie.
Oh, Razo rather have money.
Yeah, but Anthony's a Rams fan.
give my guy time to think. He still has to ask his wife.
It's gonna get. When I know you're a true fan, like you're a good Packers fan. If you're a legitimate fan, then I'll make the bet. But Anthony's a Rams fan. He's half Cowboys, half Rams fan.
No, hold on. No, because his avatar is him in a Cowboy jersey, cowboy hat.
He's been to every stadium. He's been to that guy has season tickets to the Patriots, the Tampa Bay, the Raiders, the Rams. He's a fan, the NFL fan. So, Anthony, I got you, bro. Come on.
So are you taking the bet? Yes or no, Russell?
Hey, let's give my guy. Let's give my guy some quarantine time to think about it.
Horns up, baby. Let's go.
Razo, I'm not deleting this episode, so you can say it. Ricky Romero, I despise the Cowboys. Team Razo. Everybody wants to be Team Razo. And Razo, why is there dirt on your hat?
Oh, dude, let me tell you about that one.
What happened, Razo?
So we're playing golf, right? I had a little chip, very little, maybe about six yards to get on the green, and I muffed it. For some reason. That's not like me. So the sandwich, I kind of slammed it on the grass, but it's a wedge, so it kicks up this way. So when I went like this, it shot dirt. Shot dirt all over me, dude. And I was like, dude, what the hell?
Hi, Razo.
Ricky brought that up.
Yeah, hi, Razo.
Ricky was the one like, dude, what's up with your hat?
Hey, Razo, un error lo comete cualquiera. Don't take it back. It's good.
I know. I got hustled today though by Eric P and Ricky.
Razo.
Ricky, for once, I was right there with Ricky. Like, man, this fool, he's playing bad.
Or maybe you're playing good, Razo.
Razo, did you bet money with Eric P?
I did. I lost.
Hey, dude, don't do that.
I lost.
I told you guys that last time, and Beto knows. I mean, acuérdate, el dinero sigue el dinero. He's never gonna lose. I mean, money follows money. Remember the day we were here at my house playing poker?
Yeah.
Who won the whole pot?
It was Eric. The fucker.
That's why I said, hey. Dude,
no. But let me tell you, Coach. When we play, and it's like a part 3.
Razo's in his zone. Let me tell you.
Closest to the pin, right? And I'm like, me están ganando, like the whole thing. So I'm like, this is my chance to get money back. And sure enough, when it's close to the pin, the first one I think Ricky got us, and then the last one was by a sapo by Eric P, dude. Beto, ninth hole, I quite cannon. It's a little part 3.
Yeah.
There's a big old sand trap in the front. So we're playing the $10 closer to the pin. So Ricky hits it to the right, I think, no, to the left. I don't know, he hit it, but I think he overshot it. I shot it to the left. Nobody's on, right? P hits it, lands in the sand, and the sand was so hard that it kept rolling. And Eric already was like, put his head down. The ball kept rolling. It went up and over the rough and onto the green. Huh? Couldn't believe that, bro.
See?
Money follows money, damn it.
Don't take it from him. Don't take it from him, guy. It's not his fault. That he's lucky, Give it to him.
You know what it was?
Did you see the day that we were playing? I don't know. They posted it on Instagram. Antonio was doing really bad. I don't even remember Antonio hitting the ball once. And the only time he hit it, he could have had a birdie. It landed on the green, and on the putt, it was maybe like, it looked like it was like maybe 6 feet. It was probably like 12 inches, like that. And he focuses, and he's like I told you, he's swinging the putter back and forth, and then he steps back and he goes again, like concentrating. When he hits it, you're talking about like this much, right? And the ball goes to the left. And Coach goes, Antonio, that could have been a birdie. And
yes, but that's how hard this game is. Beto, how's Ricky with Ricky shooting for a birdie también, and he's not even that far out.
Well, remember, Coach. Remember this.
Hold on. So, Coach, So Ricky, you know Ricky Romero, East LA, played for the Toronto Blue Jays. You know, the next famous person next to Oscar out of East LA. Huh? So he's ready to put this putt, right? And I'm like, too much time, too much green, this and that. And he turns around and he tells me, I pitched in front of thousands, in front of the Yankee Stadium, and nothing's gonna mess with me, this and that, right? Blah blah blah. What does he do? Bloop. It's happened twice already. I'll get to your head. I'll talk some shit too, goddammit.
Oh, because Razo's in his head. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. But if you're watching for the first time, this is the golf club that Razo broke over his knee. I keep it here as a souvenir in the Beto Show studios.
Bo Jackson.
Exactly. Oh my God. All right, see, so that's how we're going. All right, as we start wrapping it up, any questions, if you have them, send them in right now. Lightning round, because Coach is a little sick. He's got his Packers.
I'm good. I'm good. I mean, like I said, I had a little bit of headache earlier, but I'm good.
God, I thought I was going to be done by 9 o'clock. I apologize to everybody.
Oh, that's fine. Hey, you want to wrap it up, you can wrap it up. Ya sabes.
Well, Razo just opened up his beer, and now Razo's in a zone. He's got his brand new hat. He's got all dirty.
Thank you to Chicano Golf. Watch out.
And you're feeling good.
La mandó a domicilio el amigo.
Razo's making bets right now, so if anybody else wants to make some bets with Razo, feel free. Anything else? Antonio Diaz, is this golf talk or boxing? It's both, Antonio, because we're making fun of you. But
he's right. He's right, but he's just bored in a bubble. Hey, Antonio, he's right now, but he has nothing else to do. He's in a bubble, so just ignore his questions.
Yeah, okay, so ignore.
I'm going to go watch Niner highlights from the 80s or something.
Jesus, Razo, getting all mad at people. I like that. Dodger game is going on right now. Saludos to Ace of SoCal, who has Razo's show on and the Dodger game on. Eddie Aguilera, of course, Aguilera's boxing champions. For those of you guys didn't see, the shirt he sent me to Razo.
I think Eddie Aguilera did the boxing uniform for the kid fighting on Saturday.
Oh, okay. That'd be nice. Eddie does good work. Marco.
Yeah, shout out to Eddie, bro. He did some jerseys for my buddy John JV, who passed away. Jerseys came out sick, man. I'm like, I told everybody that had the jersey, I'm like, hey, by the way, we're starting a softball league. We got the jerseys already, so we're in.
All right, so there it is. It is Sai Sabana.
Saludos a Eddie Aguilera.
Here goes a question for you, Razo. When are the two Hawaiian kids debuting? Razo can't answer that. Let me answer for you right now. We don't know. We don't know when there's a fight. So Razo can't answer that. So I'll tell you right now. When there's no fight right now. But I know you guys are really excited about those two Hawaiian kids. Beto Gomez at Postmated Beer. You got better keep on going. All right. Oscar, is Razo going to raffle the hat? That should be good. Here we go. What else we got? A best Michelada time softball story. Oh, I'll tell this one. All right. So last year we had a Michelada time softball team. We played in Pasadena. We were the champions, co-ed. And it was a game where Razo let's just say he broke his finger. Sliding.
Oh, deformed now.
Show the hand again, Razo. Show the hand.
It looked like a pitching wedge.
Okay, I thought Beto was gonna say the other story. The story when I was, you know, the athlete that I am. You know, I hit a nice little double. Maybe I turn it into a triple, and I'm running, and in my shorts you can see something going back and forth in my pockets. And Beto's like, Razo, what do you have in your shorts? And I'm like, my phone. Why? Put your phone down. I was like, nah, bro, I gotta get my steps in.
You guys were having a challenge at work for all your steps. So Razo is playing softball and he's using that to count his steps. But the reason he broke his finger is because he fell at second base, slammed his finger down, broke it, and he's like, I think I broke it, and he kept on going. But he's a champion. We won the league that year. Razo was given the team trophy. It's at his desk. And coach, we were supposed to get shirts. I don't know whatever happened to him, Razo.
I don't know when to go pick them up.
You were in charge.
I know, and then I was gonna send Joelito and Carla or Carlita, and they never went. The guy said I have them. They're in a box right there, bro. We gotta go pick them up.
There you go.
There
it is. Oh, on Saturday too, you can watch Tonio's Young Fighter on ESPN Plus. Also, Joet Gonzalez is gonna be on the card.
Yes.
He's gonna be fighting Miguel Mariaga. Joet fighting for the first time after he lost to Shakur Stevenson. So that'll be a real good fight. Razo, that's a good one for you guys.
That's gonna be a good one. Yeah.
And then
Joet hopefully bounces back. Moriaga kid fought Lomachenko. He's a tough kid. Should be a good fight. Also Sunday at 5:30, the Rams are gonna put a whooping. Sunday Night Football. Put a whooping on the Cowboys. Make sure you watch that.
Razo,
let's go.
Razo,
I'm just glad football's back, bro.
I will be at the new stadium. I'm working for CBS 2 on Sunday, so my show is at 4 o'clock. And once I'm done with the show with Jim Hill, afterwards I'll be inside the stadium, Razo. And you know me, Razo, I bring the sal.
Oh, bring the sal for the Cowboys. Go for it. Root for the Cowboys.
All right, because, don't make me put the sal on people. All right.
Hey, Beto, go to my seat. I want to see what my seat looks like.
Did you have season tickets?
Yes, sir. I'm not there, but yeah.
Okay, I will go.
Section 210. I believe it's 210. Row 10. Seat 5, 6, 7 and 8, or 6 and 7, or something like that.
I will go Sunday, and I will take a picture at your seats and let you know how they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fact that I'll be at your seats before you, that'd be fantastic. And yes, Mondo, there'll be a tailgate Sunday at Razo's. Just bring your mask. Razo will be tailgating on Sunday. Bring your Cowboys gear. All right, anything else for you guys, people? Nope. We're done. We're going to wrap it up. All right, so once again, another good edition of ThursDIAZ. Nice and calm, nice and relaxed. Coach, what do you have going on this weekend?
Nothing this weekend.
For once, he gets to
actually, we had some plans, but like I said, this coronavirus thing messed everything up. But it's my daughter's birthday, Saturday.
¿Cuál?
And Celeste.
Okay,
and,
cool.
So we were
21, no? 21?
Yeah, 21.
Is she 21?
So, she'll be 21. So we're like, okay, you wanna go out of town, you wanna go here. And we were thinking about going to Rosarito, Ensenada, but it's a lot of hassle right now.
Yeah.
The border, 6, 7, 8 hours to cross and stuff. So she decided to have something here at the house and invite friends and family and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do this Saturday. Just hang out, be here. It's her birthday. Actually, today is my nephew Jesus Diaz's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Chito.
I wanna wish him a happy birthday too. It's my daughter's birthday Saturday. So this week we have 2 birthdays back to back. Chuito, basically, he's like my son. He's a big he's a big part of the family, and we are happy to have him here. And he's like
good kid.
Joel's brother.
Yeah,
he's like
good
Joel's
kid.
brother. They're like, they've always been like together since they were kids. So that's what I'm having this week. Next week I don't have anything either. So I'm just gonna relax. I'm gonna be focusing more on the building. Tomorrow I have a structural engineer coming in tomorrow, walking the building. So everything's moving, slowly. I know that right now a lot of things are not accessible because of the pandemic that we're going through. Even getting to the city for inspections, stuff like that. We have to email and schedule appointments. Tomorrow I have a structural engineer coming in to inspect the entire building. And moving on, we already got cement. We already got the parking for handicap. Like I said, everything's moving slowly every day. It's a little step, but we're moving forward every day.
That's cool.
Hey, quick story on Chuito. Let me tell you this quick story on Chuito.
The nephew.
We're at a fight. His nephew. We're having a fight, right, at Fantasy Springs, and I have this kid that came from Mexico somewhere, right? But he flew into Tijuana. So he has to fly the next day out of Tijuana. So we're like, well, who's going to take him back? My drivers are not going to take him back. Somebody came, dropped him off, but then, So like, shit, how am I going to get him back? How am I going to get him back?
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, let's get him, throw him on a bus or this or that. And I was like, I asked Joel and Chuito, hey, no hay raiteros? You know how they call them raiteros. Un raitero aquí que me lo lleva a Tijuana.
Well, you translate that, Razo, because I have no idea what you just said.
A raitero is like just a transporter. Just right, Joel? That's what
Yeah,
you call it?
there's raiteros here in Indio Coachella that do trips to Mexicali. People that don't know, I mean, don't have a car or they want to go to Mexicali. There's
Okay.
people,
Raiteros.
raiteros, you know, they give you a ride.
Okay.
That's why I love raiteros. And then they charge you like $40. They'll leave you there in Mexicali, and then when you come back, you cross the border, and there's an area where there's like 5, 6 either vans, cars, and then for another $40 they'll bring you back. So there's, I don't know if there's raiteros.
Hey, I got burned there, bro. I got burned because I was like, hey, how much is a raitero around here? And I was like, well, how much? And Chivito's like, well, how much are you gonna pay him or whatever? I'm like, I look at Carla and we're like, I don't know, $250 to get her. And Chivito go like, we'll do it.
Hey, Razo, hey, next time you need a raitero for $250, let me know right away. I'll jump on it.
Dude, I got bamboozled, bro.
Before you finish asking me, I'm already on the road.
I got bamboozled right there, bro. They're like, what do it?
No,
like,
but Razo, from here to Tijuana, you're talking about
it's different. It's different,
three and a half hours.
No. It was still better than whatever we were gonna do. So that was funny.
From here to Mexicali, is an hour 15. Well, yeah, I mean, but next time you need a raitero for $250, just let me know.
Okay. As Letty says, they're Uber, so they're Moobers. The Ace of SoCal should have shown up. That's what he does, the Moober, a Mexican Uber. That's what it is, un raitero. All right. So, but Chivito's a good kid. Happy birthday to him. I like to call him Houston because he grew up there. So, good kid. And we'll see everything going on. All right, Razo, we will see you next week. Just get ready to do the show every week, all right? If we use you, we use you.
If you know, I'll be on standby.
Wait, hold on. Let me look.
Yeah, I remember, you're the swing belt.
You're the swing belt, Razo.
You're the swing belt, Razo.
Yeah, I'm available next week. We will ready to do it. We'll see you.
As soon as you get the call, send it.
All right, so I will see you if you guys want. Sunday on Channel 2, 4 o'clock. I'll be on with Jim Hill. My makeup is going to be on point. I'm going to look all sharp. My shirt from Ross. We're going to be all looking smooth. So we'll see you Sunday at 4. Razo, good luck to your Rams. Coach, have a good weekend of just relaxing for a little bit. And we'll do this again next week. Thanks to everybody who listened, as always, to ThursDIAZ. Make sure you guys like, rate, review, as Beto Gomez would say.
Pícale
like. And then if you want, this will be available on the iTunes also. And if you really, really want to see last week's show, sorry, you got to watch live. So for everybody involved, thanks you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Thanks for another edition of ThursDIAZ. Bye.